I'm Max Schmidt, a real estate broker agent in Las Vegas, Nevada. I have put together this video in order to help you understand why you need a written contract with a buyer's agent to represent your best interest before you start looking at real estate. The buyer's agent that gave you or arranged for you to see this video, and I feel it's important that you understand that failing to get a buyer's agent can cost you thousands of dollars or even tens of thousands. Talk with the agent that made this video available to you and discuss the options available in your area concerning this important issue. Now, let's get started. As buyers, we all hate to be bound by anything. We've been taught that we can look freely in the marketplace, and when we find what we want at the price we are willing to pay, we can purchase it. As buyers, we know that all salespeople represent the sellers of the goods and not the buyers, and we understand this concept, right? We've all done this for years with everything from cans of tuna fish to cars. If we don't like the car salesperson and we're not getting the deal we want, we can just go find another. Same thing is true with real estate agents, right? So, why would I, as a buyer, want to sign a contract that says I will only buy a piece of real estate through just this one specific agent? What if the agent doesn't find what I need or want? What if they don't service my needs? What if I, as a buyer, want to go see property but the agent isn't available right away? Why would I want to lock myself down with one agent? And besides all that, why would I want to obligate myself to pay a buyer's agent's commission? That seems crazy, right? Wrong. Real estate is different and much more complex than buying that can of tuna or even a car. In today's real estate market, you need somebody under contract to represent you. If you fail to do this, it can cost you thousands of dollars, and you may also be surprised to find out your freedom is not restricted in as many ways as you think. Let's look at a typical example of a historic real estate sale. The first thing you need to understand about real estate is that historically, real estate agents have represented the sellers, not the buyers in the real estate transaction. If you wanted to buy a home, you'd go out and see the homes in the newspaper that were open houses, or just drop by the model home at the new subdivision you always drive by. The sales agent, Sally, that greets you is working for and will be paid by the seller to secure a home purchaser for the highest and best price. Now, Agent Sally would always be nice to you and act concerned for your interest because she wants to secure you as a purchaser for her seller with whom she has a contract. Because Agent Sally is nice, you could tell she's interested in helping you. You tell her that you really love this house and that you thought it was a great deal. You also tell her that you have the down payment and closing costs in savings, but want the seller to contribute $5,000 to your closing costs so that you can do some additional landscaping before you move in. Agent Sally agrees to help you write an offer and writes in the offer that the seller will contribute $5,000 towards your closing costs. You sign the offer and leave it with Agent Sally to present to her seller. You don't need a buyer's agent agreement, right? Agent Sally meets with the seller. By legal obligation, Agent Sally must tell a seller all the information that she knows about you. You are just a customer under the law, and the seller is Agent Sally's contracted client. The seller, as Sally's client, has a legal right to know everything about you, the customer, that she knows. So Agent Sally tells the seller that you have the cash for the down payment and closing costs, but that you want to save $5,000 so that you can do some additional landscaping to the house. Agent Sally also tells the seller that you, the buyer, really love the house and will probably purchase it even if the seller doesn't contribute $5,000 towards closing costs. Only Agent Sally and the seller know that he is desperate to sell, as this is a private information that Sally must keep from you by law. Agent Sally now writes the counteroffer for the seller. You, the buyer, now meet with Agent Sally, and she gives you the seller's counteroffer. Agent Sally is very apologetic, but just could not get you what you wanted concerning the $5,000. She explains that the home is still a wonderful deal and would be a shame if you passed it up. You could always improve it as you could afford to and still have the home you wanted in the end. You decide to sign the agreement, but what you didn't know is that you could have had the home for not just $5,000 less, but maybe you could have saved more money in other areas of the deal if you had just had a buyer's agreement signed with the agent representing you. You also didn't know that the agreement between the seller and Agent Sally provided for the seller to pay the buyer's agent commission, so you could have had an agent represent you for free. But instead you chose to work with Sally, the seller's agent. Because of that, she got the buyer's agent commission as well as the seller's agent commission, and you got a $5,000 bill. But she was nice, right? Wouldn't you be nice to a buyer if you could double your income? If you knew that you just paid $5,000 too much for the property in cash, you would be angry, frustrated, but you didn't know, so everything should be great, right?